girl, hey, it's me, Dymond, and I am back with another video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about something that I just have been putting off for so long, and today is the day. If you're interested in hearing about how I quit my job, just keep on watching. First things first, if this footage does look a little off, it's because I'm filming on my vlog camera and not my main camera, because I cannot find, I had put all my batteries up because I was spring cleaning in the fall, but yeah, I put my batteries up and I couldn't find them, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna put off making this video. I'm gonna make this video any means necessary. So here we are. So last Friday I quit my job, but before I tell you how I did that, I want to do a little backstory on the timeline of this job. So as you guys know, I graduated last year, moved to Michigan, and I was working, and then pandemic happened and I wasn't working for about, was that 4 months? Like 4 months, you know, wasn't working because stores were not open, places were not open. So I lost my job and I was furloughed from when I was working at Claire's as their store manager. Then from there I went on, and once things started opening back here in Michigan, I went back on a job hunt because I wanted to get back into the field of working. So I went and applied for a store manager position at a private owned boutique. If it's loud, we're getting our freaking roof fixed. Everything is against me today. I applied and I got a position at a small owned boutique. It was a new startup boutique. I loved it because it was a different aspect. So I got into the boutique, was working there, and girl, it just wasn't working. So the day that I stopped working at that boutique, I had got a text message from this other store that I had applied to a year prior. When I first moved back to Michigan, I applied to the boutique because I was working for jobs. And I ended up not taking the position when I initially got offered it because it wasn't the right pay that I was looking for. So fast forward, the day that I stopped working at the other boutique, this new boutique texts me. So I'm like, oh, this is God, like this is it, right? This is the role that I'm referring to now that I just quit. I went in for another follow-up interview. They loved me, they offered me the position. The rate was less than I was making at the last boutique, but I took it because I was like, this is still a private owned boutique, but they've been around a little bit longer, they have a better name, they're more known, so it should be a better opportunity, which is I was thinking. So fast forward, I took the position, and it was a couple things that were just off when I got there, right? Of course, you know, every job has issues. Like I'm not oblivious to it. I understand that, girl, nobody's perfect, no job is perfect. So yeah, but y'all know I used to work at like Nordstrom, Express, big corporate companies, so certain things that I'm used to, i.e. clocking out, they did not have a clock in and out system. It was literally done on paper. So that was a very trusting thing, to trust that whoever turns the paper in on Sunday had all my hours accurate, which was odd to me, but I was like, you know what, open mind, fresh start, we're gonna give it a try. So that was the first thing that was just a little off to me. Second, this other boutique was a little bit further from my house, so it was about a 30-minute drive, and still was like, you know what, girl, we're gonna take it, have open mind, open possibilities. So I get into this boutique, and the day that I start, the current store manager, she's leaving, and she's telling me the story on why she's leaving, and it's like basically the company didn't value her as an employee. Ultimately, what it boiled it down to, they didn't value her. She had been here for over 5 years, and they just didn't stand up for her in a way that she thought. But y'all know I'm a millennial, like I'm a realist. I know the truth about these jobs. I mean, granted, they like you, but if you're gone today, they're gonna find somebody else to replace you. I know that. So going in, it wasn't a red flag for me or a warning for me, because I understand that, girl, these jobs don't love you. If the pandemic didn't teach you nothing, it certainly taught me that these jobs do not love you. So as she was telling me the story of she was leaving, I'm just taking it very lightly, because remember, I'm new. So when I start, it's another assistant manager who starts with me. Love her. Me and her are cool. We're both new, so we're learning the things together. Fast forward, so I have been working there for a course of five months. So yeah, first month I'm training with the new assistant. We're getting it together. I'm building with these customers. They understand it, like, girl, I can sell. Because one thing I can do is sell, because I've worked in sales for my entire life, from Taco Bell to Express to Nordstrom to literally my selling is just not to my own horn, but toot I know how to sell something. So the new assistant that I was training with after 2 months stopped showing up. Girl did a no call no show and was through. And everybody always keeps saying like it's unemployment, but girl, unemployment been stopped. That was the first red flag. When she stopped working there, it was just like okay, cool. And me and her at this time, we have a relationship, so I reached out to her like, hey girl, like everything okay, why'd you quit, basically. And girl, she told me about the conversation she had with the owner. But basically she had a conversation with the owner and it went left. Like the owner went left. So fast forward, I'm working there still, liking it. It's okay. I mean, I see how the managers and owners are talking to other people, but it never affected me because I'm fine. Like, I don't have issues with anybody. So granted, the owner does have a very direct, it's a man and a woman. He does have a very direct tone with him. So other people have issues with him, but y'all know I'm from New York, so I don't really have that issue. So I really didn't see an issue with them. So girl, let's fast forward to my last day. No, the day before my last day. So the day before my last day, which I did not know was gonna be my last day. I swear I didn't. So I quit on the Friday. So that Thursday, there was another girl who had came back and worked for the company. If you don't see a pattern here, they get rid of people or they fire people or people quit and then they come back. But why did they leave in the first place? That's my first red flag. Fast forward to that Thursday before, she had been with the company for about 2 years and she left and came back because she had previous incidents happen over and over and over. But every time they begged her to come back. So she came back and she was a minute late. Well, she was 3 minutes late or something about her being late. And she just got fed up. So at that fed up part, girl, she literally handed me her key and walked out. Walked out. The owner basically tried to say that it was my fault when I knew, girl, this is not my fault. Like, I knew the reason why she walked out, but on them it was because of me, when in reality it was because of them. She verbally said out her mouth it was because of them. So that happened on Thursday. It rubbed me the wrong way, but I was like, you know what, forget it. I had ended up texting the girl for confirmation and she confirmed in a text message that I have that it was not me that she quit. So that happened, and then on Friday I go in. Now this is a rule that I read at first, but it just didn't, it rubbed me the wrong way, but I just didn't think of anything of it, right? So let's fast forward to this Friday when I walked in and walked on out. So Friday I came to work and I was 4 minutes late. Okay, girl, things happen, life happens, I don't care. So whatever, I'm 4 minutes late. I get to work and the owner happens to be there that day. I get there, she's like, hey, when you get your stuff down, you can come on out and steam these garments for whatever reason. Cool. So at the time, and I said, yeah, I'll be back in an hour, because here is the part that just mind blows me. The rule is if you're a minute late, you are docked an entire hour. So I knew for that 56 minutes I was not gonna get paid. For that 56 minutes, I was not going to get paid. So I decided that I was just going to, come back in 56 minutes when I'm going to get paid again. That's common sense. But no, she insisted that, no, you're going to work for this whatever rest of the time and you will not be getting compensated. My whole thing was I can't just leave and come back, because I had been late before, and in those times I've always been able to just come back once the pay starts again. I mean, I lose an hour, but I'm not working for free. So she insisted, like, nope, I'm sorry, like, you cannot leave. And at this point, girl, we're staring at each other like it's just a standoff. Like, we're both just like, so what you want to do? I told her, like, I can go in the back for this little time. I can come, girl, I can do whatever. But what I'm not going to do is steam a garment, help a customer, rack. I'm not going to do any work for 56 minutes. Like, my whole thing was I'm not going to work for this 56 minutes unless I'm being compensated. She told me I wasn't. So I told her I feel uncomfortable. And do you know what this lady told me? She told me if you're uncomfortable, you should hit the road. Hit the road? Girl, did you know I grabbed my stuff? And in that moment it wasn't even about, like, I understand, like, when you are late girl, dock me the time that I'm late. Like, girl, I don't have no problem with that. But my problem is you wanted me to work for free, which is illegal. Illegal. The employee that we just had, she worked there for 3 weeks. Girl, she quit because she said she does not understand the fact that you're docked an hour if you're late. But catch this, if you stay over, so let's say you work 11 to 8. Anytime after 8, you're not getting paid. You heard that right. Anytime after 8, you are not getting paid. Whether it's a customer in the store, you're helping the customer, you're counting the register, all that work after 8 o'clock is unpaid. They pay in 30-minute increments, so every 30 minutes you get paid. So the only way that you can get paid after 8 is if you stay until 8:30. But girl, who is staying till 8:30? So yeah, so when she said hit the road, girl, I grabbed my stuff and I walked up out of there. Actually, no, I didn't. I had some stuff in the back on hold, and y'all know I had to pay for my stuff and get up out of there. And as I was leaving, she's like, where you going? I'm hitting the road. I don't think y'all understand my frustrations with this, because, and this is not to bash the company, because I still wear their stuff. I don't really shop there because I don't work there anymore, but I still wear their stuff. I think the customers were great, the experience was great, what I learned was great. I just think they have outdated policies in place that they need to really work on. One being, if you're an hour late, you're docked an hour. That rule, so you guys know my mom is an attorney, which I told her my mom was an attorney, and she, first of all, let's get into this comment she made. When I said, oh, my mom's an attorney, you know what she said to me? She said, oh, she's a paralegal. Why? Because I'm black? Or do you just think I'm dumb? Like, girl, no, my mom is a full-fledged attorney, took her bar, girl, my mom's an attorney, Esquire, yes. So after talking to her, it's so many Michigan laws in place, specifically Michigan. It's some laws in place that says you have to pay an employee for timed work. You cannot dock an employee, especially as a penalty for, girl, hold on, let me get the full law, girl, because it's mind-boggling. Basically, you cannot dock somebody for being late. I mean, you can dock them. Okay, so you cannot require an employee to work for free. Where they thought I don't know if they thought they had a dummy or if they only hire young people, but girl, I had to get up out of there. And so, you know, after all of this happened, I walked out, called my mom who's an attorney, and she literally told me, like, girl, that is illegal, like, we're gonna file a complaint, let them know. So remember, it's 2 owners, so I had that situation with the one owner, so I wanted to follow up and have my tracks all, you know, covered. So I sent both the owners a text message, and he said no. Girl, he said no, that's not why. He said I was fired because I was late, but when I was late, she was gonna still have me work. I was fired, or I wasn't even fired, I left, whatever you want to say, because they required me to work for free, in which I wasn't gonna do. And they didn't like that, so yeah. So since then, I have been, girl, y'all know I still bartend, so I picked up some bartending shifts, and I'm just working on Dymond's Diary full time, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm so much more happier. I'm able to share, and I wasn't gonna share this story, but I just felt like somebody needs to hear this. So I'm about to do a complaint on the Michigan labor law. I'm gonna go on there and file a complaint because I just think enough is enough, and these companies have to understand, especially after COVID. People understand the value that they bring. Not only do they understand their value, but they understand that I don't have to stay anywhere where I'm not aligned in. And I'm not aligned with a company who tells me I have to work for free, period. So yeah, these companies need to be a little bit more understanding that, first of all, I'm a millennial, and I really don't have a whole lot of job loyalty. Like, my job loyalty is slim to none. I have some, granted. It's a two-way street. It's no longer I'm working here because I have to. It's not the 80s, it's not the 90s, it's not even the 2000s. You have a choice on where you want to work. I'm saying all this to say, you ultimately make the path for yourself. If a job is not aligned with you, baby, everybody is hiring right now. Literally, everybody is hiring right now. And I'm not saying just walk out on your job and have nothing planned, no. But if you need to talk with someone higher up on your company, and if your needs are not being met, or your pay is not what you like, or the work environment is not suitable to your needs, you can go. You do not have to stay somewhere where you are forced to be silent, or you are forced to do things that are out of your integrity and out of your comfort zone. Girl, it's 2021. Go to a job in an environment that values you. And if you are in a predicament where you can't just leave, set yourself up to go. Go on Indeed. They have thousands of jobs who are hiring. Go look for different opportunities where everything is aligned. I think where you work is where you spend most of your time. And if you are not happy, or you do not feel served, or you are just not feeling it, you need to get up out of there. Okay? I know this story was all over the place, but I really just had to get this out there. I didn't want to bash this company because, girl, it's not them, it's their policies and it's their outdated way. If you are an employer or you have a business, read the room, okay? Read the room. People are no longer working where they feel undervalued, and they're not working where they're not happy. So you really want to look at your employees to make sure they're good, because that company that I used to work for, they had three employees leave in my couple months of being there, and they don't see anything wrong with it, and they're gonna keep going on and on and on with their ways, and it's ridiculous, especially now. I say all this to say, girl, if these jobs are playing with you, hit them with the 2-piece, because, girl, we cannot. I hope this story time encourages you a little bit. If you feel like your voice is silenced, or you feel like your job is just like the money is good but nothing else is, girl, I'm here to tell you, it's time for you to look on Indeed and find you a new opportunity. Maybe try a new career field. Maybe do something different. No reason why in 2021 you should be staying at a job where you feel funny or you see something and I saw a red flag. Don't ignore the red flags, even in your jobs, even in your business. Don't think because the money is so good that you can lower yourself or sacrifice your integrity, your morals to work at a job, because no job is worth that. No job. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.